My English is not very good. And I think about this for a long, long time. And I have a question. What's the difference between the impulse and the hunch?
Same.
Same?
In other words, whether it's a hunch, a feeling about something, or an impulse, the impulse may be a little stronger. It may be a little momentum. It may be the grid filling in a little stronger way. But they are essentially the same. But a bigger question is, from what vibrational position is the hunch or the impulse attracted? Because it's a grid bringing it. In other words, you can get hunches that don't serve you and impulses that don't serve you, or hunches that do. And so we would like to say the emotion that comes with it is your indicator of whether it's in alignment with who you really are, or whether it's one of those other grids that's just filling in.
Let's say this. Number 10 is the vortex. Number 1 is the powerless. I am constant in the level 3 or 2. So 90% of my impulse is wrong. So I don't know what's the difference.
You have to decide that you want to feel good and show yourself how to feel good before the impulses that come to you. It's sort of like, an impulse is sort of like a knee-jerk reaction. And you could be engaged in conversation with someone who could have such an opinion of you and already have formulated their decision about who you are.
Yes.
And their feeling about you could be so strong that your impulse would be to prove them right.
Yes.
It happens all the time.
Yes.
More with children than with anyone. In other words, when you decide that your child is inappropriate or naughty, they will prove you right again and again and again and again, and it happens with all of you. And so when you come to the conclusion that you've come to, that your impulses are not right, then acknowledge that you're letting something else other than who you are, really are, and what you really want be the dominant thing in the grid. That's the only way to explain it. And the remedy is to get back to the basics of how you feel. Do you spend time in meditation?
Yes, but over 6 months.
And when you meditate, are you able to find that place of detachment?
No.
So next time you sit to do it, and there's no rush to it, but you will enjoy this.
Okay.
Next time you sit to do it, find something to focus on that occupies your mind. Your mind is very busy. You want to think about things. Yes. And so you want to find something that you can think about that isn't a very big thought. So for Esther, it is the flickering of a flame. She even found a little candle that isn't real, that she can just turn it on and it mimics something that is real, and just watching it. It takes concentration to stay focused on it, or listen for a sound. And as you find something to focus upon that requires some concentration, you'll find that other thoughts will deactivate. They just have to. If you're not keeping the thought active, its vibration will slow. It will become deactivated. And as that occurs, your core vibration comes on in a stronger way. And you will begin to feel emotion move within you. It will feel like peacefulness. It will feel like well-being. You might even find yourself moved to some emotion that you would call tear, as relief occurs from the distraction. And once that happens, it might take a week before you find that place. But once that happens, if you will just meditate every day for 15 or 20 minutes, not more, you will activate within yourself that core vibration, and you will never again have an impulse that you don't identify as one that is coming from a really good place. People often use the logic of their mind. It works like this. We're going to explain this to you. You're really going to hear this. Okay. Esther's had this experience many, many, many times through the years. So you get a hunch about something, sort of like a psychic, intuitive hit about something. And the fact that you got it makes you sort of hope it's true.
Yeah.
Because you got this psychic hunch. You got this hunch about it. And what we explained to Esther is the grid's going to fill in with evidence. The hunch is going to be proved. The question is, do you want this to happen? And if you don't think about it. Every impulse is a grid filling in. Let's just start there. Oh, the end of the day, and here comes that nugget. Every impulse is a grid filling in. And if there wasn't a vibration that preceded it, then there would be no impulse, which is the grid filling in. So then you just want to ask yourself, if it's hunches that aren't panning out, then where's that grid coming from? What kinds of thoughts have I got going on that are perpetuating that grid? You following?
Yes.
And if you will start with meditation, and then it will lead to making lists of things that you are appreciating, and then it will lead to making lists of positive aspects. It will lead to making lists of hunches that have paid off. Before you know it, you will have activated that grid. Law of attraction is working powerfully with you right now because you are intense in the questions that you are asking.
Yes.
You really, 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 really want to know this.
Yes, yes.
And all of us really, 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 really want you to understand this.
Thank you.
And we are really, 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 really offering you impulses. And as you feel us, along with the impulse, it will feel interesting. It will feel exhilarating. It will feel exciting. Reach for those feelings. And if you're not feeling any of those feelings, then don't do it.
Okay.
Good
Okay,
enough?
thank you very much. Yes. Thank you.